thanks for turning us on this morning. Mike Yawney, our Gadget guy, joining us now. It's no secret you love video games.
Just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit. And we've been teasing this for a while now. Out of your list of games this morning, we're going to look at one where you watch grain grow, wheat actually grow, literally.
Literally.
But that's not off the top here.
No.
Okay,
no.
what's first?
We're going to start with one of the best games so far this year. We're going to get right into the big ones. If you're into fantasy and role-playing games, this game is for you. It's called The Witcher 3. Wild Hunt.
Okay.
So we have some video to show you a little bit of it.
Wow.
You know, it's interesting. It's out of Poland.
Really?
Yeah, a company that you know, it's getting some publicity now. CD Projekt Red. This is the third game in the series, but the interesting thing is you don't have to play the other games before you get into this. You play a Witcher, and a Witcher is basically a bounty hunter for hire who kills monsters. But the cool thing is you have to do some investigative work to find the monster. So you have to talk to people, you got to track them down, and then of course you have to go for the bounty, right?
Okay.
That's only part of the game, though. There's some amazing storylines here. Deals with everything from politics to relationships. Huge open world environment. Huge. This will take you 50, 60 hours. Ginormous game. It'll last you all summer long.
Okay.
Unless you're a diehard nerd that sits in the basement and plays throughout the day.
Yeah.
You know what? It is a mature title, though. I will say that. Lots of blood, violence, nudity.
Okay.
But for the mature gamers out there, you cannot go wrong with this game, The Witcher 3. Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really good. Moving on from monsters to zombies now. This is actually a reboot of a game that came out almost 2 years ago for Xbox 360. They upgraded it, though, for Xbox One with new content. The game tosses you basically right into a zombie outbreak. You're a survivor. You have to explore, find supplies, to build things and to survive. That's the key. What's interesting, though, is you find other survivors. You have to convince them to join you. If you die, you're done. You're dead. You have to take on as another survivor.
Oh, wow.
So you have to, it encourages you to find other people to help you out, or else game over. You're done.
No kidding.
A lot of fun, though. The other neat thing is you build up a home base. So you create medical tents, you build bunkhouses, workshops to build new weapons. So lots of interesting things in here. The graphics are a little bit tired, a little bit dated, a little bit last gen, but it's still a lot of fun.
Okay.
Once again, violence and blood, zombies.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
Okay, the next one is...
no blood, sweat, no blood in here.
This is the grain growing.
Just sweat and tears in this one. If you ever want to know how difficult it is to be a farmer, look no further than Farming Simulator 15. So yes, you take on the role of a farmer, you farm, you pick your land, you do everything from plow
Is it
the
real
fields.
time, or can you fast forward time?
You fast forward.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
But you do everything. You plow the fields, you pick what seeds you want to sow, you harvest it, you drive it to the elevator, you drop it off, deliver it.
Yeah.
You make money. You take that money, reinvest it into the farm. Okay, I gave this a serious effort. I put 2 days into this game, solid days. And I will say this, it is realistic. It certainly feels like you are working. I didn't find a lot of fun in this game. I found it actually a lot of work. But that being said, it hit #1 in the UK on the charts.
Wow.
So it's really popular over there. It's for a specific person. It's not for me.
Okay.
I prefer the action, but some people will...
Yeah.
They'll find it a bit bored.
Okay.
And this one's actually a game that's been out for just over a month now, but I have to bring it up. Very controversial franchise, Mortal Kombat.
Sure.
This is Mortal Kombat 10th. It's a reboot of the franchise because the franchise kind of dwindled off in popularity over the years. This brings it back. You know what? I've got to say, they've done a good job at revamping this franchise. It's one of the first Mortal Kombat games in a long time I've played that I've actually enjoyed. It looks beautiful. It's almost like a movie. As you play a movie and fight scenes come up, all of a sudden you start fighting. So there's an actual decent storyline in there. A little bit of criticism, though, with this. It's a bit of a slippery slope we're getting with video games now with in-game downloads and content where you have to buy.
Oh, so you buy the game and then you have to buy the...
Well, if you want your characters to look a certain way, they're called skins, you have to buy that. There's also fatalities, that's the big finishing moves that are really gory. Typically, it's a bunch of complicated button presses and things like that to do it. Well, you can unlock the simple fatalities by cash.
By paying
99 cents to $5.
Okay.
I mean, all games do it now, but it's getting to a point of how much do you want to spend on a game after you've already bought it.
I mean, they get you sucked in, right? Because you're at that point, you're like, oh, I want to finish.
Exactly.
I'll pay the $4.99.
But I will say Mortal Kombat X brings the franchise right back where it should.
Cool. And real quick promo for tomorrow.
Okay, a big game came out of the weekend from Nintendo, Splatoon. Splatoon. It's an interesting game. I'm going to talk about that on the Daily Download
Family
tomorrow.
game, right?
Family game.
So the kids will like it. There you go. Good stuff. All right. Thank you, Mike. 6:53, 9 degrees. Heading over to Andrew Schultz for a look at our weather. Hey, Andrew.